We should leave Jordan's for last, actually. So, one of the main topic I wanted to cover was actually something that I hate saying this, but
Why do you hate
I
it, John?
think because I am a
Diehard PlayStation?
diehard like OG PlayStation player, but looking at what Xbox came out with, especially over E3, in the long run, financially, the Xbox is the better console.
Oh, 100%.
And it pains me to say that. But, I mean, just looking at the numbers. So, with Xbox Games Pass, it's the base is $10 a month, right? So, let's say you want to play... the article I have here says 12 Xbox Series X first-party games over the next 3 years. All of those games are going to be on Games Pass, as well as so many other titles and old titles. So for 3 years, that's $360, just base, right? So assuming Sony, which they've announced that most of their next-gen stuff is going to be $70 a game, to start at least, you're going to be paying $840 to play the same amount of games over the same amount of time. So that's the difference in price there is pretty much the cost of an Xbox that you're saving by just having an Xbox and getting the Games Pass. And if you extend that over time, so over the average lifespan of a console, so if you double it, so for 6 years of games for the Games Pass would be $720. And the same amount is for Sony would be this has $1,680. So you save almost $1,000 in just that. And even if you do the Games Pass Ultimate, which gives you like the access to like the PC Games Pass stuff as well,
that's $15 a month.
It's $15 a month. That's even over that 6 years. It's still only $1,080. Which is still $600 less than purchasing all of those PlayStation games.
Yeah.
Plus other games that you may not play, but something that might catch your eye. Because I know one of the things that I do a lot, and I know Jordan has this, where he has his Steam library of how many games right now?
612.
And one day one of those might catch your eye that you might not have bought like on your own.
I get a lot through Humble Bundle. I get 12 games a month through that, and
it's not to say that Sony is in a bad spot with it. You know, they've said, and we'll see what happens when they come out with their event or whatever they're going to do for announcing things, but they've said that they're going to try and revamp like the PlayStation Plus. And is PlayStation Now still a thing?
It's still a thing.
They shut it down, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I thought
it's still a thing, but they're pretty sure they're done with it.
Are they?
I
guess I haven't heard that. I thought they were adding like PlayStation 4 games onto it.
Let me see here.
I don't know. I could be wrong, but I thought they were done with it.
I mean, in the article that I was reading, it says that they want to continue the PlayStation Now stuff, but
maybe they're just revamping it or something.
Maybe.
But I don't know.
But it's like...
I see your points.
Yeah.
But it's just a thing.
At the same time...
I wouldn't use Game Pass.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't. Maybe I'm just weird. Maybe I'm in the minority on that.
Yeah.
But when I like to just get a game that I want, that I've been waiting for a long time. That's it.
Yeah.
Get it. I can use it whenever I want. I don't have to pay a subscription. It's just a one-time fee.
Yeah.
I have it forever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's another argument, though. Is if you buy it digitally, do you really have it forever? Because they could take that.
I like
away
having
at
the
any
disc,
point.
but
yeah.
I prefer
most
the
of
disc as well.
Most of it's digital nowadays, anyway.
Yeah.
But
that's why I bring that up. Like
it's either or for me right now. But
I think one of the Game Pass advantages is I've started to just learn how to love Game Pass as of late since I built my PC, is the fact that like you get to try out games you might not have played.
Yeah, because would you have played Forza Horizon 4 at all?
I would have always probably wanted to, but I wanted to drop money down on it.
Yeah,
but
I still wouldn't play it even if I had Games Pass.
And like you have so many opportunities now with Games Pass, as they just announced Halo's Infinite's multiplayer is going to be free to play on Games Pass and stuff.
Well, even the campaign, I think, is day one Game Pass.
Yeah,
so.
Which
They-
doesn't
yeah.
make any sense to me.
No, if it's on Game Pass, you're having to pay for Game Pass, so it's not really free to play, is it?
Well, it's the
the
multiplayer is free to play,
multiplayer.
but the whole game is
Yeah.
going to be on Games Pass day one. So you get both the campaign and the multiplayer.
See, I would just buy Halo Infinite and have
Yeah,
both.
yeah.
But like for somebody who maybe hasn't played Halo in a while or who's never
Sure.
played Halo, they're like, okay, I see this game, but it's $70. Maybe I don't really want to drop money on it, but it's opening the games up to more people.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like Sea of Thieves, for instance.
Yes, Sea of
There was a
Thieves.
buddy of mine that he would watch me stream Sea of Thieves, and he's like, I kept telling him, you have to get it, just try it. If you don't like it, like it's on sale, it's $15, whatever. But then it went up to normal price or whatever. I forget what it's at on Steam right now, like maybe $40 for a normal price game. But with Game Pass, he was able to pay $15, and he could try that out, and he ended up loving it. He ended up trying out
Sure.
a few other games. Like I think, isn't Doom Eternal on there, or they just announced
Yes,
it's going to be on
Doom
there?
Eternal's on there.
Yep.
I've been
Um,
playing that.
And I know they just announced a ton of games yesterday from Bethesda. They're going back and adding on to Game Pass
Yeah.
as well.
Yes.
So
Yep.
Oh, yeah, they acquired them, so
yeah,
why
so
not?
so they're gonna add. I know Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76, which I know they're not winners by any means, but Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, like all these games are going back and they're adding them to Game Pass. So I mean, for $15 a month, being able to get access to literally hundreds of games,
See, I
thousands
already
of
have
games.
those games.
See,
Yeah.
that's true. Like if you have them, then it's not really
I don't know.
a good
just-
thing. But the way
yeah.
I see it, is you buy 4 games a year, and you pay $70.
Possibly.
You pay $70 a piece on PlayStation, or even when it was 60. Like let's just for
Yeah.
easy math, we'll say, you buy 4 games a year, or I mean, okay, one game a year. Well, yeah, I was thinking backwards here. 1 game a year, that's 4 months of Game Pass,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, after that, you can afford to buy, significantly more, I guess. Even though you don't own it, you can still play it as long as you keep your subscription active.
Yeah.
It's
Which-
just whether you make the use out of it or
Yeah,
not.
that's
yeah.
the thing.
See, I wouldn't make the use out of
Yeah.
Games Pass. A lot
Yeah.
of those games I don't have a particular interest in playing.
Yeah.
If I did, I would have bought them,
I think
But-
another thing with Games Pass, at least with the EA Play side of things too, where you can have that,
Yeah.
is
That's
the fact
true.
that
I
all the
forgot about
sports
that.
games,
Yep.
I don't like.
Garbage.
For me now, I don't like buying I haven't bought an NFL or Madden
Yeah.
or 2K in a
I haven't-
while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm more encouraged to play those now because I don't have to put $60 on a game that's going to last a year.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Sure.
I haven't picked up a new Madden title since Madden 17.
Maybe
Or
I'm gonna
even
play
earlier than that.
the only reason
But-
why I'm gonna play the
2K6.
next Madden is because of Tim Tebow.
Yeah,
You
Tim
know,
Tebow.
I haven't picked up any of the sports games since, never.
Ever.
I was
Yeah.
thinking,
Weston's
I
a sports
prefer
gamer.
good games.
But, like,
I prefer
that's-
actual
But see,
games.
the
I
thing is,
enjoy sports games.
a lot of the issues with the games now is like they're just years and like they're microtransactions. If you just get
Yeah, that's
Games
all it is.
Pass, you get to just play that game how
Mhm.
you play,
And you still pay
and
all
then you
the
don't have to
microtransactions.
pay 60.
Yeah.
Well, you don't. That's
It's
the-
like Call of Duty.
That's
You don't
just
have to
specific
do-
to the game. But that's not
Yeah.
Games Pass, yeah.
But like you get to enjoy that game a little bit, without putting a $60 price tag on it.
Yeah.
And you get that year of that
Sure.
game, and then you get the next one comes out because they drop pretty close to release
And
date.
you can even I don't know how long it goes on, but like right now, and it's been for a while. They've had the first month of Games Pass or whatever for $1.
Yeah, you can get the first 3 months for
Three
Yes.
months for
Yep.
$1.
Yeah.
Don't let him fool you, PK. Weston is so athletic.
He is very
He's like the MVP of our
Yes, he is.
volleyball team.
but
Lies, deception.
and so you could even
He
even
wrecks
say
in dodgeball too.
depending on what
Don't
comes
believe
out
it.
with that, you can still like try a game and be like, like he was saying earlier, I don't know if I want to play this. Spend $1, try it out. If you really like it, hey, you can go drop the money on it if you want.
Yeah.
That's kind of another thing that you can use
It
it
comes
for.
down to how much you're going to use it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
person by person basis.
Yep.
For me, it specifically comes down to what kind of games that I'm looking forward to or I'm really into,
Yeah.
And that's not on that's not on Microsoft Xbox. That's on
Yeah.
Sony.
Yeah.
It usually comes out with the
better-
really good, usually single player narrative games,
Yes.
which is what I'm into
I'd
for the
agree with
most
that.
part.
100% agree with that.
And Xbox really, they've really in the last like decade they've really gone like multiplayer stuff for the
Yeah.
most part.
Yeah.
That's been their focus
Mhm.
because that makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
Especially with all the microtransactions and everything. So Microsoft has Halo, which is near and dear to my heart.
Yep.
And I would probably get an Xbox just for Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
But
Or a PC.
there's not much more. No, no, I'm a console guy. Sorry, I don't have my own house right now, so no PC.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Xbox doesn't have the allure of
Yeah.
games
Yeah.
that it
No,
used
I'd
to.
agree. I'd agree, especially now with Sony's got, Spider-Man, The Last of
Fantastic
Us. I mean, I haven't played
God
Last of
of
Us
War.
2, God of War,
Horizon.
Like they have
Yeah.
a ton of good.
So
games.
many good single player games for the most part.
And I do think Xbox is lacking that, but I think
that's why they acquired Bethesda.
Yeah.
I do,
Because they
but I do
can't do
think we
anything
will see over
themselves.
time now. Xbox kind of take that, at least even the playing field in that end, because we know they announced that Starfield's going to be Xbox exclusive. We know that they have 23 studios now that they own that they make games with. Like, I think we could see that switch to at least even out. But I think Xbox is moving in a completely different direction. I think we see these studios, both Sony and Microsoft, going away from just the console wars that we knew to a more they're distinguishing themselves from the pack.
Well, they're gonna have to do better with these new IPs than what they did with Fable. That was a joke.
See, I haven't
And you
played
see,
the new
Fable
like-
is near and dear to my
Well, they're
heart.
bringing-
That's a hurt
Fable
for
back.
Weston.
I know, but you see how they flopped up with like Fable 3?
I've not played Fable.
You see, exactly. You do not know
the.
the pain of what Microsoft has done to us.
I've heard nothing but
Okay.
just horrific things about Fable 3. I loved 1 and 2,
They were
and
okay.
they were so
one,
good.
phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
2, excellent until you beat the big bad. That was the most anticlimactic villain I have ever defeated. 3 just sucked.
Yeah.
Okay? Just downright sucked.
Yeah. But I also think another thing to add on, like, the lure of Games Pass is the fact that it can give games that kind of got a bad rap at first some new light. Example of that, like Fallout 76. Like, obviously that game launched terribly, and it's still not great, but I'm more likely to go play it on Games Pass because it's on there now, and I'll just go
Did
give
you
it a
not have to
shot.
put extra stuff in?
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like another one, I don't know if No Man's Sky is on it. I think
I don't
it is.
think it is.
I don't think
really
so.
think
I-
so.
I don't
Is that
think so
on-
because that was really funded by
Is that
Sony.
on Xbox at all?
Is it?
It's on Xbox now. It was delayed because it came
I
out.
know it's on
it came out on
some-
PC
on
and PlayStation first. Because I actually have it on Steam and it's a
Yeah.
fun game.
Well,
I mean,
yeah. So I mean, say that gets put on Games Pass at some point. That game has become night and day from when it launched as.
So Xbox Games Pass Ultimate has No Man's Sky.
Oh, so yeah.
so
Then
that
you
must
ha-
be a new edition then.
Must
yeah,
be.
Okay.
I thought I saw it last time I looked.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you give that game an extra, life some more life that it never had because it launched kind of really crappy, and everybody can agree with that. But now,
Yeah.
like, I've not played it yet, but I do want to play it at some point because I've seen that they've added a ton to it to make it a really good game.
Yep.
Sure.
They've really changed that entire game.
Yeah.
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 I mean, it's one of those games I do want to get back into. I've always said I think it'd be kind of fun, and maybe it's something that we could do, if we all get it at some point. Because it'd all have to be on the same platform though. Because I don't think it's cross-play at all. But I think it'd be super super fun to at some point maybe even do a video series where we all play it, but we all are because we join up on each other and we just build up on a planet, and we can let these guys maybe come in and take part on the planet with us. And
That'd be cool.
it's one of those things where if
I'd be down.
I think if you do it
I'd be down
right,
for this.
it could be super fun. Like we could
Yeah.
have a huge community planet. It could just be called like the huge planet, or like the huge solar system, right? And we can have, if we find one that has 4 or 5 planets in it, we can have the Jordan planet, the Tim planet, the Dan planet. Like we can get like different stuff like that just there. And
Tim
people,
got
Well,
really
we need to
excited
figure out
when he said
what
that.
system we're doing this on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and see, it would probably have to be either PlayStation or PC, which is, I think we all have PlayStations
I'm still stuck on the
Except-
PS3. Thank
except
you.
for Weston. And Logan's gonna try a piece of Carolina Reaper beef jerky over here, I think.
Maybe. I'm kind of hungry. I haven't eaten all day.
So he's probably
So that is
Probably
what
not the
you
best
choose.
choice.
Camera on.
camera on, Logan.
How bad is it?
Camera. It's not bad.
Not bad.
Camera on though.
Okay.
You guys can watch that while we.
It's one of those things though. I think that we definitely should look into at some point. We can talk about it more off
I'm
camera.
down for lots of
obviously.
that cool stuff. It's
You
just
just did it.
organizing it and putting it together.
You just ate one.
Yeah, it's not
There you go.
terrible.
It's pretty good stuff.
I've had way worse.
Also, another quick thing I wanted to talk on with E3. the announcement of Diablo 2.
Oh, the
The
remaster.
remaster.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
We'll see how it goes. I'm excited for it. Diablo 2 is a really fun game, and I'm hoping they do it right.
I'm
Oh,
regretting
that's
that.
beloved for sure.
I should not.
What do you
have
think
done
about
that. Oh, let me turn my camera.
new
back
one?
on. Oh,
I don't
It's
know.
best because he's still.
I really don't.
His sound is still on.
Just want to say it had one of the coolest cinematic trailers ever when it was
Yeah.
released, though.
Mhm.
We'll just leave it there. But
Also,
Who
what
knows
was, the
about
other,
the
what was the other
gameplay?
one?
it's not like that bad, but definitely
Age of
good.
Empires?
Yeah, I love Age of Empires, so I'm kind of
I
excited
haven't
for
played Age
that.
in a long time.
I haven't either.
I
I
play
miss
as long
it.
as I have other players to play with. I do
Hey.
not play Age
Against.
solo.
Hey, I'll play with you. That'd be fun. I have
Hey.
it. You're probably gonna completely annihilate me.
I still
'Cause you're a lot
remember.
more-
Depends on which
strategic,
civilization
Yeah.
I choose.
I-
There are some that I dominate with, and some that I just need to practice.
I
with.
still remember late nights playing it with people.
That'd be a lot of fun to do for sure.
Yeah.
That could be another thing.
I
we
remember the
could do.
days
I
like
don't know.
Tommy
been a
and
huge
Sam and Ben
RTS
and
guy.
Liz and
Like,
Carrie.
All in one room on laptops.
Well,
Just,
at
Yeah.
least multiplayer RTS
Just-
have been a huge
Mhm.
fan of, but
See, I've enjoyed it, but
I'd have to get into it. But.
yeah, for sure.
I'm good now.
How you doing, Logan?
It hit a little bit more than I thought it would, but it's not that bad. It's definitely not as hot as like B-Dub's hottest wings.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you really want food, there's still one slice of pizza from last night in the refrigerator out there.
That's tempting. I'll probably scrap it after this.
and Tim's gone.
But no, so yeah, like I really think that Game Pass is definitely. I would say
On paper, financially, it makes more
financially,
sense.
yes, it's better. But I would go with hardware and quality of games.
Yep.
I would say no. Is that fair?
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
I would say it just depends on the person.
Yeah,
it
and
really
I also
does.
think, like
Are you
I
gonna
said
get your worth
earlier,
out of it, or are you not?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, jeez. Like I said earlier, like that's kind of like not what Xbox is focused on right now. They're focused more on the how many people can we get to play our games and how easily can we do that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I do think
More
I've
so
seen a
than
lot about this, that the fact
Quality
that
of game.
I would not be surprised if we see some like type of Fire Stick for Games Pass.
They already announced
Yeah.
that.
Did
the
they?
Yeah,
cloud-
that's actually a thing that they're gonna do, where they're gonna be
Yeah,
streaming.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Microsoft is more about accessibility and getting people on their platform and in their ecosystem rather than
Oh, I understand
putting out
that.
consoles and putting out, first.
But what
these
gets
huge
people
first-party
on your
games.
ecosystem and your community?
Yeah.
Games.
Apparently,
Which is why-
apparently they think mini fridges.
Hey,
Are they full?
I will probably get that mini fridge. To be fair.
Are they full?
I
And
don't
with
know.
what? That is the real
That
question.
is the question.
G Fuel.
G Fuel.
No, they
no,
definitely
not worth it.
They
Sponsors.
I always remember when they announced the new Xbox that they shipped out there's like maybe 20 or 30 full-size refrigerators
Yes, I know a couple YouTubers again.
that were styled after that. Like you would open it and it would play the
Xbox Power.
Xbox Power on sound and the lights were green inside and
Yeah, it was just a gimmick.
it's a gimmick.
It's a gimmick, but it's
Yeah,
kind of
just a fun thing,
No,
you know,
it's fun. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's
like the KFC console.
Yes.
Hey,
I want the KFC
that
console.
has a chicken warmer. That's perfect
It
for
does.
wings, and I am on board.
Like I said, a gimmick. It's fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
all the
So,
gimmick stuff was
Is there
fun.
anything else you want to talk about with this? Because we are getting
Not really.
short on time at some point here. We got to move on.
I'm
so.
excited for Nintendo tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is
So
gonna
speaking
be
of the Nintendo thing, if you're watching this live, tomorrow at 10:30 a.m.
We'll be live
Central
right after.
Time, which it's 8 p.m. for us right now. So if you're watching live, figure that out. Logan, myself, and our friend Zach, who has not made an appearance on this channel yet, will all be here, and we will be doing pre-show predictions for 30 minutes, and then we're going to do live reaction to Nintendo show, and then we're going to do probably a half hour of just thoughts of what they did, if we liked it or not, and talk about different things about that.
and
So
just be ready because I am a huge Nintendo fan and I'm probably gonna be cheering and hyped because there's rumored some big stuff in this direct.
yeah, it's going to be fun.
I'll be working
I will be working as well.
I will be
at
packing.
a day job.
Yeah. Some of us actually have, work.
Hey, I do too, but I'm off this week, so
Well, it's because you're up in Iowa where your job is in Georgia. I'd hope you're off.
yeah.
For
If-
now.
If not, that's a problem. So anyways, we can, if you want, and we can move on.